in the artist's hands, elements of a masterpiece. And so the lesson here is that in suffering, we are not abandoned, but refined. So let us not confuse God's silence with his absence or his delay with indifference. As we endure, we echo the faith of those who have come before us, trusting that God's sovereignty will reveal the purpose behind every trial. As it reads in Psalms 145:17, the Lord is righteous in all his ways and faithful in all he does. You see, for this man, his heart is breaking. There's a lot that's been lost. And he's wondering, how come my house wasn't spared? And I think a lot of us can catch ourselves in a situation like that, right? Where how come I don't have as good a job? How come I'm not doing as well in my relationships? How come my house isn't as big, or my car isn't as fast, or my hair isn't as beautiful, or my kids aren't as behaved, etc., etc. We can always look to these things and wonder why God. And he has every right to do so. He's brokenhearted. He's lost so much. And this is definitely not a time for judgment, because that's a relevant question. Why does one house remain standing untouched amidst the ashes of its neighbors? Because this question is both profound and it's haunting, and it demands deeper examination, even in our own lives. And the truth is, it's not mere randomness, but a mystery that often reveals some type of purposeful design. Remember the story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, men thrown into the blazing furnace who emerged unscathed. And what they said was, even without the smell of fire on them, their preservation was not just an act of divine protection, but it was a demonstration of God's sovereignty, intended to draw attention to his power, to inspire faith. In The Problem of Pain, C.S. Lewis observes, God whispers to us in our pleasures, speaks to us in our conscience, but shouts in our pains. It is his megaphone to rouse a deaf world. And so preservation amidst suffering is not evidence of favoritism, but an invitation to ask, what is God revealing through this? What is God saying to me through this? In Psalms 91:4, it says, he will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and rampart. And this guy might be asking, God, you don't care about us because our house wasn't that miracle house. Our house wasn't spared. And although his pain is justified, maybe on the flip side of that, he'll soon discover God spared him, though. God spared his life. God still preserved him, maybe not preserved those things that this world can get, that this world can take away, but he preserved his breath.